Kia ora, welcome to Crafty Corner. Well, I really like making stuff, and from a real young age, my mum used to help me make things. So I thought, because it's coming up to Mother's Day, I might make her something for Mother's Day. And I thought, well, I love making cards, so maybe I could make the coolest Mother's Day card ever. And I thought, well, it looks pretty cool because it just looks like a hand that says to Mum. But this is something extra cool because it says inside, to Mum, I love you. And then you stretch it out this much. And it's actually a hug inside a card. So it's kind of a hug and a card and a present all at the same time. So I thought I'll show you how to make one, and you can make one for your mum for Mother's Day. Right, I'll pop that there. Here's what you need to make your hug card. You need a piece of paper which is kind of thicker than normal paper, almost like cardboard. Something that you can still sort of bend a little bit, but it's a bit thicker than just plain paper. You'll also need a normal piece of paper. So if you've got a photocopier or a printer at home, you can use a piece of that paper. And we're going to cut that up to use for the hug in the middle. You also need a glue stick, dun dun dun, and of course we need some pens and some crayons maybe that you can use to colour in, and I like to keep mine in this box so I can keep them all together and I know where they are. This is called the moo moo box, not because it makes any sort of sound, but because it looks like a cow. Moo. Now the other thing you need is a really cool pair of scissors. These are my super scissors and I use them for everything. I can use them for baking, I can use them for everything. My favourite scissors. So those are the things you need. Now if you want to do big writing like I have on the outside, like that, you'll need a big black pen. Now I'm using a Super Vivid today. Everything's super today in Crafty Corner, isn't it? Maybe I'm a superhero. I could be. All right, it's time to get crafty. So take your piece of paper, your bendy piece of paper that's a bit thicker than paper but not as thick as cardboard, and you're going to fold it over like that. Then all you need to do is take your hand and you pop it on the top and grab a pen or a pencil, and you're going to trace around the outside of your hand, just like that. Oh, I've got my ring on today as well. Draw around the outside. Super easy. And you'll see, once you're done, you can see where my ring has been in the middle because I've got that big bulge for my ring. Whoopsie. So I'm going to cut around that part. Then all you need to do is you take your super scissors and you cut around your hand, just like that. Super easy. And in fact, I've actually already prepared one because that's what you do on TV. Here's one I prepared earlier. Now, once you've cut them out, because you've bent over that piece of cardboard or paper cardboard, you end up with two hands. Let me open it up. Hello, just like that. Now, put your hands together in the same way that you would put your hands together like normal. And what you're going to do is you're going to open up the hands and put them way out in front of you, lying open on the table, just like that. So as if your hands were facing thumbs out on the table. That's the easiest way to do it. Now the next thing we have to do is take the piece of paper that we prepared here, just a plain one, and you're actually going to fold it into three. So I like to do it kind of like this, and then kind of like that, and then kind of work it so that I can try and get them all about the same size, because you need the pieces of paper the same size. In fact, I got one perfect that I prepared, like that. You can see, and then it folds out like a zigzag, like a giant Z. Let's have a look. But it might be a backwards Z. Dun, dun, dun. Oh no, it's perfect. So super simple. You make a zigzag in your paper like that, and then you use your super scissors to cut down those lines. Let me show you. You open up your piece of paper and where you've got that crease, you cut through with your super scissors, just like that. So you do that to both of those creases, so you end up with 3 separate pieces of paper. Dun, dun, dun. Right, that's going to make the inside of your hug card. Pop your super scissors to one side, and it's time to get the glue stick. Right, like that. Grab your glue stick. I'm going to put a bit of glue, just like that, on the end. And then you take your other piece of paper and you just stick it down and give it a good push. And there we go, it's all stuck together. And then we'll take the third one, put a bit of glue on there. And stick it all down. It is that easy. Pop your glue stick away. Right, now that that's ready, I'll move my hands over there. Now that that's ready, all we need to do is make a concertina. And a concertina is when you take a piece of paper like this and you fold it over, and you fold it over, and you fold it over, and you fold it over. So we're making lots of zigzags, and you can do this even when you want to make Christmas decorations, or if you're having a birthday party and you want to make decorations for your party. You can do all sorts of things with these. They're super cool and really easy. So you keep doing it until you get to the very end, because that's going to be your hug in the middle of your card. There, we're halfway there, getting closer. And keep turning it. It's really fun, actually. I really love doing these. I've made heaps and heaps of these. And you can make them for Mother's Day, but you can also make them for birthday cards too, especially for somebody you really love that you want to wish a happy birthday to. So maybe your sister or your brother or your teacher, if you really love your teacher, or your grandparents. Oh, they'd love a card like this. We'll make it for Dad for Father's Day. There you go, sorted. Okay, and the last one like that. Right, now that hug is going to sit in between our hands. So it's going to sit that way like that, and then it will have to sit that way. In fact, I might cut the end one off because I think we have one too many. And then we're going to take the glue stick and put a little bit of glue in the middle of one hand, like that, and stick that down. And then we're going to take some glue and put it on this side, and then we're going to stick that down and put the lid back on the glue stick, because there is nothing worse than leaving the lid off and your glue stick goes dry and you can't use it anymore. Right, let's see how that's worked. I'm going to take my hands, close it up. On the outside, it looks like a card, and then you open it up and it's got a giant hug in the middle. Dun, dun, dun. Right, it's time to get decorating, and then we're nearly done. That easy. So on the outside, it's, well, this one is for Mum because it's Mother's Day coming up and I need to get this to her. So I'm going to put to Mum. And I'm going to put a heart because I love her. And then inside, I'm going to put and I'm going to put a heart, love, and then I'm going to put the letter U. So I'm making it really easy. And then on the other side, I'm going to write this much. And I put an exclamation mark because it's cool. And then even on the back, I can write, once I close it up, Happy Mother's Day. And put another heart. And then once you've done all that, you can go ahead and decorate it. It's that easy. So I'll use a pink crown for the heart on the back. You can even go inside and you can colour and put glitter on the hug in the middle. But make sure if you're using glitter that you keep it open like that and allow it to dry, because you don't want your hug to stick together. You want it to be able to move around. I'll just put colour on this one. And tiny bit of colour. In fact, you know what? Glitter on the outside will look amazing. That's a really good idea actually. And I'll do some red on this one. And we've done it. We've made the coolest Mother's Day card with a secret hug in the middle. To Mum, I love you this much. Isn't that cool? So even if you're not there to give your mum a hug, she can take that hug and have a hug from you anytime. Well, I hope you enjoyed that craft. It's Crafty Corner here at the Edutainment Factory, and I'll see you again real soon.